Radmar Jao has played many parts as a professional actor. With a career that has seen him in roles from Minority Report to Seinfeld, he has enjoyed the fruits of hard work and training. But in 2 months, Radmar begins his greatest role ever, a priest in the Catholic Church.
In October of 2010, I was ordained a deacon at the Cathedral of Christ the Light in Oakland, California. I was ordained with 14 other guys, 11 other Jesuits, 5 from Mexico, 2 from Colombia, and the rest were from the US. And it was a real grace moment and a grace time. I currently serve as a deacon at St. Agnes Parish in San Francisco, at the Haight-Ashbury area of San Francisco, where my duties are to preach and proclaim the good news. Before joining the Society of Jesus, I was an actor for a couple of years. And acting has been something that's been a part of who I am for a very, very long time. It's kind of been in my blood, right? My mother and grandmother were big movie stars in the Philippines back in the 30s and 40s. And I think I sort of got the genes from them. One of the earliest memories that I have, well, not memories, but I've been told, my earliest roles was playing Raggedy Andy at a production at a Montessori school in the Philippines, actually. And that I apparently killed it. You know, I mean, I was like, really good. I was like the best Raggedy Andy ever. So I think it started there, and little roles here and there through high school and then college, and then afterwards, after graduating college, I moved out to Los Angeles and tried it out there. And so, I had some relative success with the acting thing. But what it is it's this idea of really putting yourself in another person's shoes and experiencing that life for a moment of time as you're creating a character, as you're doing the play or being or acting in a movie. It is really living this life of another person for a little bit and getting a sense of what it's like to live as another person. The acting process, at least the way that I approach it, mirrors very much Ignatian spirituality and Ignatian contemplation in particular. This idea of using your imagination to place yourself in the scene, whether it's the prodigal son story or Jesus' baptism or the woman at the well even, right? Whatever it may be, placing yourself in there as if you were either one of the characters in the story or a peripheral character that kind of comes up in your imagination. When I decided to join the Jesuits, I was starting to tell my friends and family that I'm going to leave acting behind, and many of them were shocked to hear that I was leaving behind a career that was sort of on the upswing. They just couldn't quite fathom why I would give up a life of possible fame and celebrity and success and good money to become a Jesuit. And the best way that I could really explain it to them was, it was this pull, it was this tug, there was just something calling me beyond the life that I was living. And it turned out to be the Jesuits. It sounds cheesy, but it was a higher calling. There was something calling me beyond the life that I was living. So I'm currently in my 3rd year of theology studies at the Jesuit School of Theology in Berkeley. I'm at my last semester right before ordination. So it's been 9.5 years, I think it is, 9.5 years of formation. So 2 years of novitiate, 3 years of philosophy studies, 2 years of teaching at the University of San Francisco, and then I've completed 2 years of theology, 2.5 years of theology. And so this process has been ongoing now, and been a time of real grace, real struggle, real joy, real frustration. It just runs the gamut, I would love to say that it's been 9 years of pure bliss, but I'd be lying because there's real struggle in this life. But you pray through it, you pray with it, and my brothers in community all across those stages of formation have been there for me in times of the struggle. And because of them, I continue on and I forge on this vocation, this calling, this invitation, really. I continue to say yes every single day to God, to Jesus' invitation to follow Him, to serve Him as a Jesuit. This June I'm going to be ordained a priest, and I've got to be honest with you, it's a time of great joy and excitement. At the same time, there is anxiety and fear at the prospect that this is actually happening. After 9.5 years of formation, it's finally here, you know. But I recognize that the fear and the anxiety is really it's coming from sort of the spirit, a not so good spirit, not so healthy spirit, that says, okay, here's the goal, you've reached this goal, and now what, right? No, you know, priesthood or ordination is just another stage to go through, is the way that I see it. Because I've been living as a Jesuit the moment I stepped into the novitiate and started my ministry, working as a chaplain or working in a women's shelter, whatever it was that I was doing. So I already was a Jesuit, and throughout the course of my formation have been doing priestly things outside of, you know, celebrating the sacraments. And so already I feel like I've been living a priestly ministry, if you will, right? Now, so ordination comes about, and so here we go. It's like, now it's official. It's an official act of the church that is calling you forth. The people of God are calling you forth to be their priest. And when they applaud, acknowledging that, yes, we approve of this man's ordination, it's like, whoa, there's that moment, right? So there's this mix of emotions going through me. Because at the same time, I'm still in school. I'm finishing up my final semester, preparing for comprehensive exams. That is not an easy process to go through. You've got to go through this time, and to really prepare oneself for the ministry, to be with the people of God. As my ordination approaches, join me as I chronicle the months, weeks, and days leading up to that joyful celebration. You'll have the opportunity to ask me questions, to make comments on my postings, or simply listen and watch my journey on the path to priesthood.